welcome back to my channel, and welcome to a Cook With Me video. Well, I am filming the introduction in this angle so that you could see what I see out the door. And I think you can probably see it's snowing pretty good. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon right now, and this is supposed to continue all night until probably midday tomorrow. I don't think it's going to accumulate to too much, but it will be a glimpse of a white Christmas. However, this is expected to all be gone by Christmas. But anyway, today we're going to do a fun little project because the kids I know, excuse me, I'm sitting in a chair. The kids I know are home on holiday break. And so this is something you and the kids or you and your grandkids can make. And it's very easy, very simple, very few ingredients. And I think, I've never made it, but I think it sounds like it's going to taste pretty good. I bet there's nobody out there who's not heard of Rice Krispie treats. Raise your hand if you've never heard of Rice Krispie treats. Nope, I don't see any hands. But anyway, this is similar, but this is called peanut butter cornflake squares. And so it uses basically peanut butter and cornflakes, along with sugar and Karo syrup. So now there's absolutely not a whole lot of redeeming value in these squares, although the peanut butter is a protein and the cornflakes do have some vitamins, but you've got sugar and Karo syrup or corn syrup. But it's something that's very easy to make, and I'm going to make the whole recipe today because I'm going to store it in a metal box, and I think it'll probably keep for a week or so in the box, but we'll see. And now when these are made, there's an option, and I don't think I'm going to do the option today, but I'll find out. You can melt some chocolate chips on the top of it and just spread it over the top, and I think then you would have a flavor much like a peanut butter cup. So that's an option that you can take, and I might do that later with some. I think I have a partial bag, so that would be a good thing to use it for. Anyway, and anyhow, I'm going to take you now over to the stove, and we're going to show you how we get this together. Now, if you're with your kids and you don't want to have them around the stove, this can also be done very nicely in the microwave because it is not cooking the ingredients, it is simply melting them together. So give me a second to rearrange my camera, and I'll meet you over at the stove. See you in a bit. Okay, here we are. In this pot, I have already put 1 cup of sugar. To that, I'm going to add 1 cup of corn syrup. And 1½ cups of a creamy peanut butter. Let me just get a different spoon here. Now I'm going to use a ½ cup measure. One and a half. And it's peanut butter of your choice. There's no particular brand. I wouldn't get your one that has a lot of oil on it. This is the cup. One more. Okay. Now get this out of the way. In this bowl, I have 6 cups of cornflakes. Now what we are going to do here is just heat this to melt the tuna fish, my good Lord, the peanut butter and sugar so that it's all liquefied. And it shouldn't take too long. Kind of fun to see the snow. Probably by the end of the winter I won't be saying that. But right now. And like I said, later in the week, the temperature is supposed to be in the mid to upper 40s. So basically what falls today will all go away. It's part of that same storm system that went across the country creating havoc. Ooh. Don't need that to drip down on the stove. Give me a minute to get this melted. I'll be right back. Okay, I think we're melted enough. So I'm going to take this and dump it into my cornflakes. Let me just get some water running in that pan. And then you're just going to mix and mix and mix until everything is coated. Okay, now here, I have a 9 by 13 pan. I think it's actually a little bigger, but it's the only one I have. It's been greased. I'm just going to try to even it out as best I can. Let me get a spoon here. And I'm pressing it down a bit just to flatten it out. Now you could spray your hand and flatten it with your hand, but don't forget this was on the stove, so it's liable to be hot. And that's it, folks. That's all she wrote. Now this has to sit for about an hour, and then after an hour you can cut it into squares, or put some chocolate frosting on it and let the frosting set before you cut it in squares. But I'll be back when it's time to taste it. Okay, here I am back. Now, I think I rushed it a little bit. They're still a little soft, and the chocolate, I did put chocolate on them, and the chocolate is not hardened yet. So what I did is I put the rest of the pan out in the garage. I can do that here. Well, because it's cold out there, and it will help it get hardened. But I do have a piece here. You can see. And we're going to give it a taste test. Good. Very good. Peanut buttery, but the corn syrup cuts down on that like I'm eating a stick of peanut butter, you know? I do like the chocolate on it too. Delicious, delicious. And it's not difficult now, was it? I would put them in a cool spot and let them harden for a bit, but it's very, How bad can peanut butter and chocolate be? So anyway, so that's my Let's Cook With Me Today video. There's another candy that my mother used to make. I believe I've got the recipe in my recipe box that I brought with me. If so, I'm going to get it out. It uses molasses and puffed wheat. And I hadn't seen puffed wheat in the grocery stores, but I guess it is there because I Googled it. And molasses, I'm sure, because we're from Massachusetts, molasses was in a lot of our dinners and meals and snacks. So I'm going to see if I can find that. I'm going to give it a try. I bet I haven't had it since I was about 10 years old. So until I see you again, probably not until after Christmas. If I get a chance to do something between now and Christmas, I will be back. But otherwise, we'll see you. Have a safe, happy holiday. Merry Christmas. And, well, I'll say Happy New Year, but I will see you again before the New Year. And until then, I hope everybody has a great afternoon or evening. or morning, whenever it is you're watching this video. Stay well, and everybody play nice now. Love ya. Bye-bye.